When Africans notice a particular pattern in their family line, they actually assume that they are cursed. Now, I do not have a problem with Africans thinking that way. What I have a problem with is when Christians who have been redeemed by Christ also think that way. A Christian is born of God, which means that he has the DNA of God. A Christian cannot have the curses of his family line because his bloodline has been changed. He is now born of God. But somebody say, oh, but I still see those patterns in my life and the lives of people around me. Now you need to know that patterns aren't just spiritual. There are several factors that maintain a particular pattern within a family. And I'll just mention two of them. Number one is genetic patterns. For example, if there is a genetic predisposition to a certain disease in a family, that there could be a pattern of that sickness in that family. For example, diabetes. It could be hereditary. A grandfather may die of it. The father may die of it. The son may also have the genetic predisposition to that. How do you avoid that? The first thing is you need to even know that there is such pattern in your family. Not everything is spiritual. That is why the people in the West, they've learned to keep medical records of their family members. And so they can trace wherever there are genetic predisposition to a particular disease. So what you should do is to go for tests, find out, when any member of the family dies, get the autopsy, find the cause of their death and analyze. You can actually mitigate the progression of that pattern in your family. For example, you can start exercising, right, to avoid diabetes. You can go for a test to prevent glaucoma in your family. Another thing that is responsible for patterns in family is actually habits. Families form habits over time. For example, if a father procrastinates, the son who is passively being trained to see life that way may begin to procrastinate as well. And then he may pass it to his own son. Because we don't learn actively alone, we also learn passively, not just from people's words, but also from their actions. So the next time you see a pattern in your family and you are born again, know that you have been set free. You have been redeemed from the curse of the law and from whatever cause for that matter. Instead, look to those genetic predispositions and habits that you're from. For example, in a family that they are lazy, they probably are not going to be rich. In a family where most of them are civil servants, you probably will not have a billionaire except one of them develops an entrepreneurial mindset. So how do you break habits? You read books, you form new habits. How do you stop genetic predisposition? You exercise, you go for medical checkups and all that. And you may prevent that so-called, premature death or that poverty in your bloodline. Remember, if you are in Christ, you are a new creature. God bless you.